안녕하세요. 롱테이크입니다. 저희는 지금 경주에 와 있습니다. 천년의 고도 경주에 있는 우양미술관이 1년여의 리모델링을 끝내고 재개관을 했는데요. 재개관 기념으로 정말 2개의 흥미로운 전시회를 하고 있습니다. 한국에 나온 세계적인 비디오 아티스트 백남준 전시회, 그리고 현재 미술시장에서 정말 핫하다는 가나의 젊은 예술가 아모아코 보아포의 전시회입니다. 오프닝을 맞아서 보아포 작가가 내한을 했는데요. 전시회도 보고 보아포 작가와 직접 대화를 나눠보도록 하겠습니다. 네, 그래서 저희는 지금 우양미술관에서 특별 기획전을 하고 있는 아모아코 보아포 작가와 이야기를 나눠보려고 합니다. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Korea.
Thank you.
So I heard you arrived yesterday.
Yes, I did, and I brought someone with me to do the translation, but he ran off.
Must be really tired.
Yeah.
Well, it was long, but very comfortable flight. Yes.
From Ghana?
From Ghana.
Wow.
Wow. I understand this is your first solo institutional exhibition, not just in Korea, but in Asia.
Yes,
Right.
yes, it is.
Yeah. Is there any reason that you chose the first destination for Korea?
Oh, the question should be why Korea chose to have me here the first time.
Right.
See, we have a really great taste.
I mean, I like to go to spaces where people appreciate my work, and I think the appreciation has been big from the beginning.
Of course.
So I don't see why I should not be here.
I see. Yeah, because we heard there are a lot of collectors, Korean collectors,
Right.
who loves your art. So, well, welcome to Korea again.
Thank you.
So I thought the title of the exhibition, I have been here before,
Yeah.
is very interesting because you have not been here before.
I think sometimes when I choose a title, it's more of a feeling. It's the energy. It is how I think of the space. And I think for this particular exhibition, the space, the way my work has been received over the years, it makes me just feel like I have been here before. You have to go somewhere to know the people and to bond. And for my works to have that bonding already, the title fits.
Yeah. It's very similar to Korean thinking. So Korean people always care about relationship and sometimes relationship by destiny. In that sense, that kind of bondage is already very strong between you and, Korean audience and Korean collectors.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the love, and I have been appreciating from afar. I'm happy to be here now to have, more of the work being shown and for a longer period of time.
Well, about your work, you moved to Vienna in 2014, I heard. Question is, why Vienna? What kind of experience you had there to shape your artistic world, artistic identity, and also the growth?
Why Vienna? Well, I didn't really choose Vienna. It sort of happened because I met someone that made it possible for me to move to Vienna. And I'm also the type that like to use whatever is at my disposal. And, education was one of the things that you get in Vienna, which is almost for free. You get to study for like 20 euros a semester. It's free. So I took opportunity to, continue my studies. From the beginning, I didn't think, it was necessary because, I needed to give some support back home. And most people back home didn't think it's necessary to go study for another 4 years where you're not going to make money. But if we are having this conversation, I think it paid off. So Vienna did me good. The struggles that I went through Vienna is what shaped what we have here at the moment.
Wow, 20 euros for studying? Because my son is studying in the States. It cost me a lot of money, actually. I should have sent him to Vienna, not in the United States.
Yeah, everybody. And I have some people in Vienna that did not get a chance to study for 20 euros. It cost them between 10,000 to 12,000 euros a semester. But like I said, I got lucky.
So I heard that you moved back to Accra, your hometown. So I'm just curious because now you are a kind of cosmopolitan figure. So what does Accra mean to you?
I mean, I think at this point in my life, I can almost move to anywhere, but I like challenge. Accra has a bit of challenge because, nothing really works. you have to like dig really deep to like make things work. I could be in Vienna or the States because, you know, they have the infrastructure, everything is like set, and you just follow through and it is easy. I don't like easy. I like to, yeah, I mean, if it's easy, everybody will do it.
Right.
If you want to make a name and make something which is of, you know, strong foundation that people can build on it, it is not easy. And I think Accra is the space that gives me that, a blank canvas that I can, you know, start dreaming of the things that I could do there. And that is the kind of challenge that I like. Lucky enough, I got good people that I'm doing those things or helping me build those things. So it's the reason why I went back to Accra.
Wow, that's great.
Well, we had a chance to look around your works, and I'm just so fascinated. It's beautiful colors and everything and textures. Before the interview, I also visited your Instagram, and I'm following you, and all other the pictures and photographs. But it's so different to look at them in person, in real, because you can feel the textures and colors so vibrant and everything. I can see that a lot of portraits of yours feature very simple, minimal background. Is it the choice of yours deliberately you choose to take that way, or?
I mean, I think blackness is complex already, and I don't see why I should make it a bit more complex. I'm just trying to find ways to make things a little bit simple that it will be easier for people to like come around with it. I'll take comedians, for example. You know, they will tell you the truth, but then they will say it in a way that is very funny. And you laugh about it, but they are still telling you. And that's how I like to, you know, approach my work, where it is simple, but everything is there if you want to find it.
However, the skin, it is very super delicate, right? The way you...
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, you know, when I'm painting, I'm thinking of my energy and what I want to say. And once I'm done with the exposed body, anything around it is to complement it. I don't want to have any challenges with the background, with the main character. So it is more of finding ways to make it simple. This painting behind you, for example, I don't have to do too much in the background. It is just to complement whatever that is happening there. If one wants to go deeper into what I am thinking or what the jacket meant for me, it is all there. But I don't have to make it too sophisticated. It's just, you know, I think there's more depth in simplicity.
I see. I mean, that's probably why I can connect or relate to the main character more closely and then get indulged into it.
Yeah, because
as
it's
a matter
simple.
of fact. Yeah. And you use a finger painting technique. I think it's brilliant. What draws you to the finger painting technique, and also what is so special and fascinating about it?
I wanted to get to that point where I feel like I spend a lot of time in the studio space, and you know, you don't always get a chance to share the process. But I want to make paintings where, you know, people will look at them and they'll feel they were in the studio with me making the paintings. You know, I did try with the brush, and it was good. I did not decide to do finger painting to get to that kind of energy. It just sort of happened. I was invited to do a music video, which is Sketches on Duality. And they had a camera. And usually I wouldn't like to paint for people to like capture the way I was painting. So I decided to like give them a material where I was just playing around. And then I would do the painting, and then they would come again for me to do the finishing touches, and then we are done. But when I was done playing around with my hands and they left, I saw the work and I was like, oh, it's flat, but it looks cool. But I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So I left it. And then I think a friend of mine just sent me a competition called Watakoshaski. And they had a deadline. And usually when I work with the brush, the process is long. You have to do the sketch, wash, let it dry, and then start applying the colors because it's oil and it takes longer. But with that particular competition, it was short. So I was like, oh, I did it. And then I had 2 of the finger painting and 1 brush work. the competition is such that they select what they have interest in. And they selected the finger painting and didn't select the brushwork. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is something. And then from there, I started like, developing in a way that there's something consistent about it, and that's how we got here.
Wow, interesting.
Wow, amazing story.
But along with the finger painting, practice, you are quite open to a lot of, methodology like embroidery and, collage. And how do you come up with that kind of...
Because of the knowledge I have with painting, I felt like I could do almost anything and everything because I did master the use of the traditional tool, which is the brush. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to try whatever. If it doesn't work, I'll go back to the brush because I know how to use the brush. The rest is, it's there, and I keep thinking, how do I add more depth to the work? A lot of artists do embroidery, but I was thinking of adding one more layer to the work where, it gives a different kind of detail, because I feel like patience is something that most people don't have. Where everybody thinks, you just have to like do it, brush it, and it is done. And I think the embroidery kind of humbles you because the way I thought it would have been easier for me to just, I started it and I was like, oh, no, it is, I need people. And that brings me to community and how, my work has been shaped by the community. Most of the finished product will look like I did it by myself, but I have the community helping me achieve the work that I do. Ooh, it's a long process. Your shoulders is gonna give up. And I feel like, if I would do that, I would not be able to make the painting. So the community is part of the process.
Yeah. So I think embroidery has perfect fit for Korean exhibition because Korea has long tradition of embroidery.
I don't know why I chose it for the Korean, but like I said, I have been here before, and sometimes certain things just connect, and you're like, oh, okay, it makes sense and it fits, and you just don't have to do too much. I think this is a space where I would say there's a lot of patience. The craft is really, really good. There's a certain kind of detail that comes with patience. I think the embroidery is my interpretation of this space. Because if you are not that patient, you will not be able to, look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't notice that.
Deliberately choice.
Yeah, now I can see that.
So we have to talk about your successful sensational collaboration with Dior, and then you worked with Blue Origin for Spaceship. So I'm just curious, what will be your next move?
Yeah, you're the artist to send your work to the space.
Your question is, what is the next
collaboration opportunity in your mind?
Oh, there's a lot. Now I have a guy called Glenn. Sometimes he delays, but he delivers. Oh, that's a rhyme, right? I have a big love for tennis.
We saw the painting.
I once managed to convince myself I was going to make money from tennis.
Wow.
It didn't happen. But I still think there's a lot that I can do with it. I have seen a lot of good tennis players in Ghana and on the continent. And I have traveled around to witness a lot of good tournaments around. And I think, it always starts with good preparation. You have good facility. I think back home, we don't. That is something I want to collaborate. That is something that I'm working on with Glenn to be able to build. It didn't happen to me. That doesn't mean that I should not make it possible for others if, I have the means. So those are the new collaborations that come in.
It must be exciting.
I am excited about it. Hurry up.
Well, I can see you're very interested in education.
It is important.
Yeah.
I didn't get much of it, but the small I got, I managed to do something out of it. And I am thinking, if one should, have or get a hold of good education, good infrastructure, I am believing there's a lot that can change, and I want to be part of it. which is why I chose Ghana.
By the way, you watched the Wimbledon this time?
I did. I did. Back from Accra, though. My mom was sad about it. Her favorite is Akaras. And so, she was like, yeah. But again, it is something that I want to be able to bring back home because playing the sports is not just playing, but there's a lot that you can do with it. Just like, painting or making paintings is bigger than just making paintings. When one have the right people and the right mindset, you could then making these paintings into something, bigger. I could enjoy being the only person making paintings that people love. But then what is the end goal? Because once I am not around, then everything goes back to square one. But what if you do something much bigger where people can build upon, and if you're not around, it still keeps going?
Wow.
That is what I want.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really great ambition. Yes.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm also a big fan of tennis.
Okay.
So can I ask you, who's your favorite tennis player?
In this generation or
It doesn't
the
matter.
previous one?
Mine actually is Roger Federer and Nadal, of course.
Yes, Federer is amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I
He
love
is.
Juko.
Oh, really? He actually.
Your painting is the figure in your tennis painting.
That is you actually, right?
No, that is a Ghanaian tennis player called Benjamin Pam. Yeah.
I thought he seems like Djokovic a bit.
No. But overall, I love Federer and Nadal, but overall, I would do Juko at the moment.
I see. No, we have to ask this question. There are a lot of self-portrait. Is there any reason that you like, painting yourself?
It's self-love.
That's important.
I can't give it to anyone. And most importantly, I think this show says that I have been here before, which means I should have more of myself. I wouldn't mind having the entire space full of myself. Well, to be honest, I think my experiences in Vienna started with me, which means I have to look into myself. I cannot start painting other people because of the experiences that I have. I have to dig deep into myself and put myself out there. Last time I was listening to one of the artists in the studio where she was talking about how I take the ugly experiences and make it into beautiful paintings. And that's what I do with my self-portrait. I have to, there's what they say and what I know about myself and how I have to turn that into making the paintings. So yeah. And once people see that you are committed to yourself, maybe then they come around, which is why I have other people that enjoy my paintings as well.
Yeah, we can see the beauty and,
Thank you.
we love to share.
Thank you.
Last question. Why do you think, people are so enthusiastic about your, paintings?
I know from the beginning, I think which year, 2019, 2020, there was one article where people were talking about me buying Ferraris. And I actually had to Google what a Ferrari looks like because I was like, even if someone gives me Ferrari, I probably will not take it because it will not work for the roads in Accra. But people are enthusiastic because of what I am doing with my work and, the way I put people on. I believe in giving for it to come back to you. Because whatever, there's a saying that whatever you throw is in front of you. If you throw good energy, you meet good energy. And if you throw bad energy, you will definitely catch bad energy. So I am just doing what I would want someone to do for me.
That's exactly what I felt seeing
Yeah.
your paintings.
I think a lot of people love your work because, in this world, we can see a lot of abstract art. But by looking at your works as figurative, and we can connect ourselves to the main characters of your painting somehow.
Yeah,
That's probably
it's
why.
the energy. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, but, it works. And then you leave it.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
think
have to
we
do too much.
can exchange gazes. We just, not just seeing that.
I spend a lot of time in the studio, and I cannot always show the entire process. But when the work is out, you get the energy.
Wow.
We really appreciate your time sharing with us today. You don't need any luck because already there's
No. You need a lot of luck. In this world, you need a lot of luck.
You don't
so
need
you need a lot of luck.
But here, for your special exhibition here in Korea, you don't need a luck because it's already very successful, I believe.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I wish a lot of Korean people can enjoy the exhibition and feel the same way we do.
Thank you. And I hope people will come out.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. 네. 안에는 하나의 파빌리온이 있어요. 그러니까 건물 안에도 건물이 있는 건데요. 이 파빌리온 안에는 아모아코 보아포 작가의 작품이 몇 가지가 걸려 있는데 수가 놓여진 작품이 걸려 있습니다. 이 특별한 파빌리온을 건설하신 글렌드 로시 건축가님과 함께 이야기를 나눠보겠습니다.
Can you briefly explain your work with Amoaku?
Amaku and I, we've been working together for the last 4 years. We have a mutual interest in each other's work. Amaku is very interested in architecture, as he just described in the interview, in building architecture as an infrastructure to support some of his visions. And I also have a love and passion for the arts. So we tend to collaborate quite frequently. So it started with the Volta Pavilion at the Belvedere Museum, and then Insa Pavilion, which is here in Korea. Yeah, so it's been very
great.
exciting.
So, this pavilion is really, feels special, accommodating embroidery, as glass. So, what is your inspiration, when you design and, make ideation about this pavilion?
Yeah, I struggled for a while in trying to think about what to do for the exhibition. We went back and forth on a number of different iterations and different options of how to activate the space and to create a certain kind of environment for the work that would allow people to appreciate it in a bit of a different way. I think when you walk around the exhibition, you'll notice that you're always viewing the work as a collective. You're always viewing multiple paintings at once.
Right.
And we wanted to find a way to slow the user or the visitor experience down and have the visitor focus perhaps on just one painting and the intricacies of all the details that Amaku puts into the work. So for me, it was about creating a vessel or space that allowed a visitor to just slow down and appreciate all of these nuances and details, all of the time that he puts into the work, and not just gaze over it because there are 5 or 6 in a room. So that kind of started the concept. And specifically in Korea, I wanted to find a way to create a structure that does what I just said, but also plays between the cultural overlaps. I think we live in a very fragmented world at the moment. I wanted to find a way to kind of show a little bit more optimism and how we bring our worlds together and the things that unite us. So embroidery is obviously in my research one that is a very similar cultural sort of association between Ghana and West Africa, but specifically Ghana and Korea. So I thought that that was a really good way to start. It also coincidentally aligned with some studies that Amaku was doing in his studio, which I didn't know about. The materials that you just asked about, as a practice, I really believe fundamentally that we need to build regionally. So if we're building in Ghana, we're building in Ghana with materials sourced holistically from Ghana. And similarly, if we're building in Korea, we need to look at Korean building materials and utilize those so that we're not importing and adding to sort of carbon emissions of moving material all around the world. So we are looking at a pavilion that's made out of Korean red pine and being inspired by the Hanok courtyard houses or open air houses of Korea, and specifically this region in Gyeongju. So it's in essence a merge of Ghanaian and Korean culture merged into this experiential pavilion.
Wow. So I was right because I felt really comfortable in there and it felt like it's like Korean traditional house.
Yeah.
Hanok. So you intentionally put the nuance in there.
Yeah.
I see.
It's good. You felt that then. Then it's successful.
Yeah, successful.
Yeah, very successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's really